Tonight on Ctv3 News, tragic highway collision claims life of beloved mother. Her family seeks justice as driver flees the scene. Leadership dispute escalates. Tracy Panton accuses Chine Borough of undermining mediation efforts as court application is filed. And we take a look at the latest figures for the 2024-2025 crop season. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Friday, January 17th, 2025.
Keeping our beautiful town of Orange Walk clean is everyone's responsibility. Use sturdy bags, tie them securely, and avoid placing sharp objects inside. By properly bagging your garbage, you're not only making it easier for our sanitation workers, but also helping to prevent litter and keep our environment clean. Let's work together to make a difference. For large disposals, contact us for an evaluation.
Kickstart the new year right with the best tech deals countrywide. Whether you want to accomplish personal goals, business goals, or just a healthy lifestyle, Cellular World has the tech that suits your needs. Like budget phones starting at $69, Android starter phones starting at $209, tablets starting at $159, or smart TVs starting at just $359. Even better, make your fitness journey a never-ending vibe with a wide selection of JBL products, fully backed up with a 1-year warranty, starting at only $99. But that's not all. You can also get yourself a Samsung Galaxy phone, tablets, buds, or smartwatch with a 1-year local warranty included. Visit any of our stores today in Belize City, Belmopan, Orange Walk, or San Pedro to start shopping, or shop via our virtual store through Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp at 615-5141. Don't miss out.
Good evening. With your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. A tragic accident occurred last night near mile 47 on the George Price Highway, resulting in the death of a woman and sending shockwaves through her family and community. The deceased has been identified as Maria Cal, who was traveling in a gray pickup truck involved in the collision with a Chevy Camaro. Witnesses report that the crash was severe, prompting immediate medical assistance. Maria Cal sustained multiple injuries and was rushed to the Western Regional Hospital. Despite the efforts of medical personnel, she succumbed to her injuries shortly after arriving at the hospital. In the wake of this devastating incident, her family is left grieving and seeking answers.
She have 7 sons, 7 of us, and sadly she couldn't make it home because she did try. She come out late at work, and then she gets a ride with his boss, and then something happened on the way that she got in an accident. And then right now I feel sad, and whosoever have the fault, we just want justice, and my mother didn't deserve to make she finish like that, right? Yeah, my mother is a hard-working person. She tried her best and worked any years, and she's a loving mom, hard-working one, and she left 7 of us sad. And right now, we don't know what will happen. We don't know what exactly to do. But only God will take care of her, and then she will rest in peace. Yes, so I'm really sad, and everybody is really sad right now. And you just want justice and making the Lord take care of whosoever have the fault, because I don't wish nobody to make and last time on me like that, right? Yeah.
So what has the family heard happen? Because reports are that the person who crashed into them just took off and ran away, right?
Yeah. Well, what I know, I received a message that my mother had an accident, and
Samuel Cal, Maria's son, spoke to reporters about the type of person his mother was and how she will be remembered.
was happy, full of life, had a lot of plans to do. And sometimes I was there for help her, but I had my family too, and she had a lot of dreams to do, work hard, help us anytime, encourage me. And then, but so sad she's not with us right now. We'll stay together and we will try to do our best, what she always wanted. And us like son have to remember those words of encouragement that mommy always give. Yeah. Yeah, that's all, bro.
Do you know the age of your mom? How old was your mom?
48.
My mom was 48. Yeah, and yes, so.
And do you know how long she was working at the market?
She was working there at least like
A year.
like a year.
The driver of the Chevy Camaro fled the scene immediately following the crash, and police are actively searching for him. Authorities are urging anyone with information about the driver's whereabouts to come forward as they seek to bring justice to Maria's family. In the meantime, the driver of the pickup truck who was injured in the collision remains hospitalized but is in stable condition. Yesterday, we told you that opposition leader Moses Shine Barrow is calling for judicial action against Albert area Representative Tracy Panton and her associate Philippa Griffith Bailey, citing a series of alleged violations related to ongoing leadership disputes within the United Democratic Party. In a formal court application submitted on January 15, 2025, Barrow, alongside Michael Perifeet, Shari Medina, Alberto August, and Ugo Pat, requested that the court take decisive measures to prohibit the respondents and their affiliates from disseminating information concerning the UDP's headquarters, assets, leadership, and other related matters central to the ongoing legal proceedings. The application is particularly aimed at preventing public statements or actions that could jeopardize the integrity of the court or imply a dual leadership structure within the party. Barrow's legal team alleges that Panton has consistently violated court orders meant to preserve the current state of affairs during the leadership conflict. The court papers highlight specific instances where Panton has allegedly portrayed herself as the interim leader of the UDP, including statements made on social media, public appearances, and press releases. Such actions, Barrow contends, not only undermine the authority of the court, but also breach earlier directives established to maintain stability while the legal disputes are being resolved. Attorney Dr. Christopher P. Malcolm, representing Barrow and the applicants, firmly communicated with the registrar, requesting that the contempt orders application originally submitted on December 6, 2024, be heard concurrently with the recent urgent court order application. This means that mediation is out of the question now, and Panton has gotten the message. In a release issued today under the UDP banner, though the design and template are different from the ones we've seen before this dispute, Panton states that in his application to the court for the second time to have contempt charges laid against her, Barrow has also indicated to the court that he no longer wants to participate in the mediation process. By walking away from efforts to amicably resolve the leadership dispute, Shine has demonstrated his refusal to allow a fair and transparent process, particularly one that may include the holding of a leadership convention, says Panton. The Albert area representative is of the opinion that if the move to undermine the mediation process underscores Barrow's intention to disregard the voice of the party's delegates and avoid any process that can jeopardize his position. Panton, on the other hand, says that she remains committed to resolving this matter in good faith. She has submitted the names of 2 proposed mediators to the court and has expressed her willingness to engage in a mediated settlement, even if it involves holding another convention to determine the party's leadership. Both sides had expressed interest in mediation, but Barrow had publicly maintained that Saldivar and the former deputy leader Beverly Williams would not be allowed to run for the UDP, and that if the party wished to welcome back Tigger Panton and others, it will be with him as leader, as he maintains the party's national convention has affirmed last year. A video capturing an altercation between high school students and a male mental health patient has reportedly left one student seriously injured in Belmopan. The video footage shows a group of students approaching the man who already appeared to be agitated. One male student walked up to the man with what appeared to be a stick in his hand. The video shows the students inflicting a whip. The man responds by striking back, injuring the student. The student is immediately heard saying, "Boy, man chop me man." The man is seen walking away after the incident. The student was left with a wound on his back. Coming up next, Partners for Belize to offer free medical services to residents. Stay tuned.
Corozal Cable Technician vacancy. Looking to join a growing and innovative company in the telecommunication industry? At Centar, we believe the work you do should be as empowering as the services we provide and deliver to our customers. Therefore, interested applicants from Corozal Town wanting to join our team as a cable technician, Corozal branch, must possess, in addition to a high school diploma, the following qualifications: ability to handle basic installation tools, including a 30-feet ladder, ability to test, troubleshoot, and document test results, ability to install, terminate, and test coax cable and twisted pair cable, must have a valid driver's license and be able to travel, must be willing to work flexible hours, possess excellent customer skills. Understanding basic computer networking will be an asset. Interested applicants must submit a letter of application along with their resume, 2 letters of reference, and a police record no later than Monday, January 27, 2025. To Human Resources Manager, Center Communications Corporation Limited, 61 Queen Victoria Avenue, Orange Walk, Town.
El gusano barrenador del Nuevo Mundo representa una amenaza importante para el ganado, las mascotas y los seres humanos. Puede provocar graves pérdidas si no se controla rápidamente. Actualmente no está presente en Belice. Es por eso que la detección temprana es crucial para evitar su propagación. Ayudemos a mantenerlo fuera. No traiga animales de otros países ilegalmente. Si nota gusaneras en heridas inusuales, infórmelo de inmediato. Llame a Baja al 824-4872 o envíe un mensaje de texto al 670-7003. Juntos podemos trabajar para mantener a nuestro país libre del gusano barrenador del Nuevo Mundo y salvar animales. Este mensaje es presentado por Baja, OIRSA, IICA, USDA y el Ministerio de Agricultura, Seguridad Alimentaria y Empresas.
In a collaborative initiative, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the Corozal Community Hospital, and Partners for Belize are teaming up to bring free medical services to residents of Corozal. 3 teams of medical doctors and surgeons from abroad will be visiting Belize to offer a wide range of health services, including surgeries and consultations at no cost to patients. According to Dr. Angela Gilhari, Chief of Staff at the Corozal Community Hospital, the partnership between the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the hospital, and Partners for Belize has been ongoing for 15 years, with this year's visit marking a significant milestone in providing accessible health care to those in need. The program kicked off today with screening for surgeries, followed by outreach clinics in several villages across the Corozal district, including Pachacan, Trial Farm, San Jose, Sarteneja, and San Joaquin. The first week of service will culminate on January 21st, 2025. Week 2 will focus on screening and consultations from January 24 to the 28th, 2025, with additional services such as ear, nose, and throat ENT, heart, and urology services available.
So, like I said, we kick off this Friday, which is on the 17th of January. That's going to be our first screening day. And the first team that will be coming to us will be those doing general surgeries. Well, we say general surgeries, but in all honesty, they mostly screen for hernias of different types, umbilical, inguinal, of different grades, whether it be right, left, and some hiatal. It would really depend on their assessment, but it's mostly hernias that they do. So they will be screening with us on the 17th here at the Corozal Community Hospital, and they are also bringing in an extra. This is something that they started last year, so this is going to be the second year with this specific specialist, which is an optometrist. All right, so and he is going to be stationed here at the Corozal Community Polyclinic, for the entire week, as of the 17th up to the 21st. So if there's anyone out there that is in need of getting an eye exam and upgrading their prescription for their glasses, they can feel free to come in and ask. They will take walk-ins, no appointment required, for the optometrist to evaluate you. Understand that they won't be giving the glasses there and then. The optometrist, what he's doing is he's assessing, he's taking measurements, you try on the samples, and then they send the glasses to you in about 2 to 3 weeks time, and we deliver it. That's how we did it last year, and it worked out just fine, and that's how they will be doing it this year. Okay, so the screening will start as of 8 a.m. The team will be here at 8 a.m. to start the screening for the hernias at the Corozal Polyclinic. However, we usually have people coming in way ahead of that because we go giving out the tickets according to how they come in. For this team, we don't do appointments. It's purely walk-in. So when you do come in, if you come in at 7 or at 6, whatever time it is that you come in, just approach the security booth that's right at the entrance of the hospital. Usually the securities have the tickets and they're going to issue one to you. And then at 7:30, our community health workers and nurses usually start registering and triaging these patients, just taking vitals, so that by 8 o'clock when the team gets here, they can start with the consultations right.
A third medical team will arrive in Belize on January 30, 2025, offering screening for ENT surgeries on January 31st. The team will also conduct outreach clinics in Caledonia, Copper Bank, Santa Marta, Little Belize, Eau Creek, and August Pine Ridge. Cardiac patients are encouraged to take advantage of the free echocardiograms and consultations offered by cardiologist Dr. Greg Lamb.
We move on to our last week, which is on January 31st. That's when we have the screening day. And we are going to be doing screening for ENT surgeries only. And that will be happening here and in Orange Walk as well. We have a surgical team coming in that week, and we have another outreach team. So we'll have another team that will be going to the villages as well. So on February 1st, we have Shaibe Community Center and Chan Chen. And then we have on February 2nd, we have Caledonia and Copper Bank. And then on the 3rd of February, we have Santa Marta and Little Belize. And on the 4th, that's Orange Walk again, that's Eau Creek and August Pine Ridge. All right. You're going to see it on the flyer that it says general surgeries for the 31st of January. But I need you to understand that on the 31st of January, the screening is only for ENT. There will be 2 specialists that will be doing general surgeries, which is hernias again, but they won't be screening for it because they are supposed to be doing whatever leftover surgeries we have from that first week that was doing hernias. Because what we have come across in past years is that just like the urology team, they don't get to see and finish all their surgical patients because it's a lot, right? So what they did this time was that they brought another team to do general surgeries, but just to help complete the work that the first team didn't finish. So the only screening that we have for general surgeries is going to be on the 17th of January, right? The surgical list will come from that screening on the 17th of January, and the surgeries will be distributed between that week of the 17th to the 21st and in the week of the 31st to the 4th of February, all right? But the screening that will happen on the 31st of January is going to be for ENTs again, ears, nose, and throat. So anything with that, feel free to come in as well. Like I said, all of these things are free of cost. They are here to provide more services to the community, and we ask you all to take advantage of this because these are services that again, they're not easily accessible in the country.
All scheduled surgeries will be conducted at the Corozal Community Hospital's operating theater. Patients seeking consultations are advised to bring any relevant medical documents related to their condition. The 2024-2025 sugarcane crop season here in the north is currently on week 3 since the start of the crop back in December of last year. This year's crop season undoubtedly got off to a bumpy start due to inclement weather conditions, which delayed the work on sugar roads in both northern districts. For the second week of production, the BSI mill is reporting total tons cane milled at a total of 70,635, a stark rise from last year when it stood at 57,457 tons of cane. Although the amount of cane ground has seen a marked increase, the total amount of sugar produced has experienced a slight reduction from 3,724 last year to 3,345 this year. That would mean that it is taking more cane to produce the same amount of sugar. This has been attributed to the quality of cane which is being delivered to the mill at this time, with a TCTS of 21.12 compared to last year when it stood at 15.43. With weather conditions now seeing an improvement, works on sugar roads have continued in both the Orange Walk and Corozal districts as promised by the government, who have estimated that the works should be completed in the coming weeks if good weather conditions persist. As for the situation on the ground, BSI-ASR is advising harvesting group leaders as well as individual farmers to exercise good harvesting practices, which includes harvesting mature cane, no overburning, and desist from using push piers. Earlier this year, there was a major concern raised in western Belize surrounding close to 1,000 Guatemalan students who cross the border every day to attend the primary and high schools in the Cayo district. The matter has raised concern both from an educational and immigrational standpoint, seeing the bottlenecks which are caused at the borders every day with the hundreds of students who cross into Belize. Belizeans have also raised concern on the question of whether Guatemalan students are benefiting from free education paid by Belizean taxpayers. Earlier this week, Education Minister Francis Fonseca spoke to the media about those concerns, adding that the Bersenio administration has welcomed Guatemalan students who are simply looking at getting higher education.
Yeah, I don't think there's more. I think there have been a couple bottlenecks recently, but there's always been a steady flow of Guatemalan students who come into our education system mainly to learn English. And we have always, as a matter of policy for the government of Belize, regardless of which administration, we've always welcomed them and we've treated them with dignity and respect. So, you know, anytime these issues arise, yes, we try to address them we engage with the immigration authorities to try to work out whatever bottlenecks exist. So yes, we are engaged on that issue, and whatever issues are have arisen, we're trying to address them.
People have looked at this and said, well, are they getting free education and benefiting from Belizean taxpayers' dollars?
No, I mean, I think, again, Belize has a long-standing policy of engaging with our neighbors. We have been a welcoming society. As you all know, we welcome citizens from all over Central America to our country. So, in terms of the Guatemalans, the primary schools, as you know, they're very, very minimal fees. They pay those fees when they have to go to school. For the most part, primary education in Belize is free. So, that policy remains in place, and we welcome. These are young students, young people who want to learn English and participate in the education system in Belize, and we don't want to deny any young person an opportunity to an education.
Minister,
the General Legal Counsel has concluded deliberations on a formal complaint filed by U.S.-based civil servant Bobby Kane against attorney-at-law Norman Rodriguez. Kane, a part-time Belize City resident, accused Rodriguez of professional misconduct, alleging significant delays in filing a lawsuit for breach of contract against contractor Ainsworth Jones. The council found that Rodriguez breached multiple ethical obligations under the Legal Profession Code of Conduct rules. It was determined that his handling of Kane's matter was unprofessional, marked by undue delays, inadequate communication, and a failure to act with the diligence required of attorneys. Rodriguez's conduct violated Rule 28.1, which mandates attorneys to handle matters with expedition and provide progress updates, and Rule 69, which prohibits undue delay, negligence, or neglect. The council noted that Rodriguez had all necessary information to file Kane's claim by November 2023, but failed to upload the claim form and statement of claim until March 2024, 4 months later. Despite receiving a $3,000 retainer in January 2020, Rodriguez took over 48 months to act, during which Kane made persistent follow-ups via WhatsApp messages and personal visits. Rodriguez admitted to the delay and offered no satisfactory explanation, instead blaming the late submission of certain details, including the contractor's address and the exact date of a 2018 oral agreement. The council rejected this defense, stating that alternative legal provisions could have addressed these gaps, emphasizing that the delays were unavoidable. In his testimony, Rodriguez denied failing Kane and maintained that her claim was not statute barred. He cited delays caused by her late submission of critical information, including Jones's address, which he claimed to have received in November 2023. He also pointed to challenges in obtaining the exact date of Jones's alleged breach of contract. Rodriguez admitted to failing to share drafts of the claim with Kane for review and to responding inadequately to her inquiries. During cross-examination, he acknowledged that he did not provide written responses to Kane's WhatsApp messages or document his request for information. He offered to partially refund Kane's payment, citing time spent drafting the claim. The council was particularly critical of Rodriguez's failure to act despite having all necessary information. It described his delays as inexplicable, inexcusable, and deplorable, noting that they risk violating statutes of limitation and other legal thresholds. The council stressed that filing claims is inherently time-sensitive and that Rodriguez's inaction demonstrated a disregard for his ethical obligations. The council determined that Rodriguez's conduct amounts to professional misconduct. He is required to provide a written explanation by December 12, 2024 to show cause why sanctions under Section 16.2 of the Legal Profession Act should not be imposed. Potential sanctions include fines, suspension, or disbarment, depending on the severity of the misconduct. The Department of Transport announces that the inauguration of its new office at the George Murray Bus Terminal in Independence. This milestone marks a significant advancement in the department's mission to provide accessible services and ensure efficient management of motor vehicles and road traffic across Belize. The official opening ceremony held on January 17, 2025, was attended by distinguished officials, community leaders, and members of the public. The event featured a formal ribbon-cutting ceremony, remarks from key stakeholders, and a guided tour of the new facility. The Independence Office now offers a full range of essential services, including vehicle registration, issuance of driving licenses, issuance of motor vehicle licenses, traffic management, and traffic enforcement. Honorable Rodwell Ferguson, Minister of Youth, Sports and Transport, emphasized the importance of the new office, highlighting it as a testament to improving access and convenience for residents. He described the project as a milestone demonstrating progress and his commitment to advancing Belize's transport sector, while expressing gratitude to all contributors to its success. Chief Executive Officer Valentina Schall underscored the department's vital role in delivering essential services to Independence and surrounding villages, ensuring reliable and efficient community support. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
Ladyville Cable Technician vacancy. Looking to join a growing and innovative company in the telecommunication industry? At Centaur, we believe the work you do should be as empowering as the services we provide and deliver to our customers. Therefore, interested applicants from Ladyville wanting to join our team as a cable technician, Ladyville branch, must possess, in addition to a high school diploma, the following qualifications: ability to handle basic installation tools, including a 30-feet ladder, ability to test, troubleshoot, and document test results, ability to install and terminate and test coax cables and twisted pair cable, must have a valid driver license A and be able to travel, must be willing to work flexible hours, possess excellent customer service skills. Understanding basic computer networking will be an asset. Interested applicants may submit a letter of application along with their resume and 2 letters of reference and a police record no later than Monday, January 27, 2025 to Human Resources Manager, Centaur Communications Corporations Limited, 61 Queen Victoria Avenue, Orange Walk Town.
Last year, Belize grappled with an unprecedented number of heat waves, causing widespread concern about the impact on public health and the education system. As temperatures soared, the government made adjustments to school schedules and practices in an effort to safeguard the well-being of students and staff. Schools across the country have implemented measures to ensure that students can continue their education without compromising their health. With the escalating threat of climate change becoming increasingly evident, Belize faces an uncertain future when it comes to its climate patterns. As the nation prepares for the possibility of more heat waves in 2025 and beyond, questions about the readiness of the educational system arise. To address these concerns, we reached out to Honorable Francis Fonseca, the Minister of Education, for insight into the ministry's preparedness for the ongoing and the future impacts of climate change on education.
You know, we're here on George Price Day. Mr. Price was a man who never used fan, never used AC. I think all of we get spoiled now, no? With all of a sudden we can't take the heat. We live in the tropics. This is a reality of life here, the heat. Obviously, yes, we try to do as much as we can. We work along with the schools and managing authorities to provide the proper environment. Any new school building that we build, we make sure that there are adequate fans and adequate ventilation in those buildings. So that's a key component of it because we are aware of the heat. So we will continue to do that. And as I said, the ministry, whenever schools appeal to us, we try to support them in whatever way we can.
The Community Rehabilitation Department has announced the availability of automatic expungement for specific first-time offenses following amendments to the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Act. The changes, which come into effect on November 29, 2024, involve the repeat and replacement of Section 30 of the Act, streamlining the process for individuals seeking to clear their records. Under the amended legislation, individuals with no prior criminal records may apply for automatic expungement of convictions in 2 specific cases. This include first offenses for possession of cannabis or cannabis resin under Section 7 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, provided the sentence involved a fine not exceeding $1,000, and first offenders for any COVID-19 related infractions. The Community Rehabilitation Department encourages eligible individuals to take advantage of this service by submitting their applications for expungement. This initiative aims to provide a fresh start for those who meet the criteria while supporting their reintegration into society. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Monday, January 28th here on Ctv3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at Ctv3 News BZ. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, have a safe and pleasant weekend. Thank you for watching and listening. Good night.